Yeah, we had our first one. As I fight with the mic gain, I'll keep fighting the mic gain. Keeps moving around on me a little bit there. So we'll try this again. Welcome to your Saturday night. It is Saturday night, July 8th, 2023. Season preview, season number 2 preview, I should say. Before anything else, I wanted to thank everybody for making season 1 our original sin. Our original season first aired on March 25th of 2023. And I would say it was a rousing success. I say it was pretty good, our initial run, so to speak. So a little over 25 episodes we got in there. And you can see it under season 1 if you go into the live tab on YouTube, on our YouTube page there. And there's the different tabs. You go into the live one, which is the one that most people go to anyway. So there's home, and then video, and then I believe it says live, and this podcast, and everything else. The live tab is where all the if you miss the live stream, which we do on Saturday nights, or live broadcast, I should say as well, you can always go back the next day. It's usually on there by Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, Monday morning, the latest. You see an edited version because we don't play the whole 3.5 hours or whatever it ends up being. So anyway, wanted to thank everybody that has been, they've been with us since the very, very beginning, even before the beginning, if that's possible. All the new subscribers every week. We've been getting new subscribers, new followers. Got a ton on TikTok, got a ton on Instagram this week. Some on our Facebook page. Definitely, I mean, every week with Twitter, because that's really where you should follow us. It gives you all the updates on what we're going to be doing from one season to the next, one show to the next, I should say. And we're also, so you got, let's see, you got Twitch TV, which we're on right now, and we have Kick, which we have been kind of pivoting away from. Same thing with Twitch. I don't know how much longer we're going to be doing live on Twitch. That's geared more for gaming and that type of thing, even though they do have live chat and everything. But for season 2, we've been looking into, we have been for a while actually. We're going to be going live with our actual call sign letters, like, let's say it's like a WPLJ in New York or something like that. That's your call sign. Those are your call letters, your phrase. And we're looking into getting one. And we're going to have that. And we're going to have internet radio / satellite radio through YouTube and other things like that. And it's actually going to be music, copyrighted music. That's right. No more elevator music bullshit and all the stuff that you have to hear. I have no choice. It's not like I want to put you to sleep. But if you're light on medication, you're a little bit low, listen to that. It'll put you right out. But in any event, copyright music, copyright video, all going to be covered. Obviously there's fees involved and everything. So we're negotiating that right now, and new sponsors, and we're trying to cultivate that as we move on and grow our audience. If you want to support the show and help us grow, that's how you do it, by following us, by subscribing, by doing all the things that you people have been doing. And there's some people that I do know, some family and friends, and then there's complete strangers, people that I've met on the street. I mean, just about everybody and anybody that you can think of. If I feel that it's something that they might want to partake in, or something that they might enjoy and gives them a little bit of value, I let them know about it. And then the ball's in their court, so to speak. It's up to them. I enjoy doing what I'm doing. And I got to tell you right now, I'm not feeling 100% tonight, so we'll probably have to edit that part out. But so it's not going to be a regular 2.5 hour show like I usually do on a Saturday night. But the show must go on. I do have people that I want to, that count on me, that want to hear it and want to, that's something that they look forward to on Saturday nights. They've had a long week, or they've had a crappy week, or whatever's going on, or maybe they had a good one and they're just enjoying hearing the sound of my voice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut through all the BS. And by the way, I made a lot of shorts, a lot of reels. I did the best I could out of the long form content that we have, that I've done over the course of the last few months, and I shortened them up into reels. I'm going to make some more videos for that'll all be up on our YouTube page. Occasionally you'll see 1 or 2 pop up on Facebook, which our handle on everything, as you know, is Meme Machine 973. That's our state of mind. That's what we're doing. Life is a state of mind. And so we're pivoting. And what does this mean? This is what you can expect for the most part, going towards season 2, which officially starts next Saturday night. Which just brings me up to my first point. We might be pivoting and switching. We're going to be trying different things, like I said. So we might do a couple of afternoons, like 3 to 6 or something like that on a Wednesday or a Friday or something like that. We might do a real late night one. We might keep it at 9 to 12. I know that that's difficult because people are like, well, how the hell do I know when you're going to be on or whatever? Well, if you subscribe to our um, if you follow us on Twitter, you subscribe to our YouTube page and you set alerts on, like the little bell or whatever it is, every time I post something or I go live, it'll give you a little alert ahead of time letting you know, hey, the Mean Machine Talk Show is live. We're on YouTube Music under podcasts, and you type in Mean Machine Talk Radio Show or just Mean Machine Radio or whatever, and you'll see me, it'll come up. So that's the best way I could tell you to follow us on there for up to the moment, or, I should say, everything that you really need to know what's going on as I post it, as things, because your regular life and things get in the way sometimes during the week, other businesses that I'm involved in and other things that I'm doing, plus regular life, it's, I devote a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears go into this show, and it's going to get better. We're going to have the guests. We're going to go live on the streets of Jersey, so to speak, and we're going to do a lot of different things. And I know I've said this before, but we're working towards it. Like I said, there's a lot of money involved. There's a lot of setting things up and having to adjust and pivot to this and that, and that includes what I was about to talk about next, and that is subject matter. Now, it started out as a sports talk radio show, okay, and that's still okay. And we do trivia and we spin the wheel and we do all the funny berserko things that I do, But there's a lot of times where people want to talk about serious things. I post a lot of comedy stuff, and it's under, you can't quantify it as, oh, it's just this or it's just that, or you don't have a niche. And we've already been over this if you've seen my previous videos, even just last week or a couple of weeks ago as well. The last few, I've made mention of it in that it's movies, it's music, it's sports, it's life, it's a state of mind. So the name might change, the name of the show, not me. I'm always going to be that's my doppelhanger. How do the Germans say it? My alter ego. I'm me during the week, and then come Saturday night, it all builds up and it all comes out, and that's the Mean Machine, baby, and that's the name that I've had for myself since probably the late '90s. And so now that's the background on that, but I got a lot of hits, a lot of views, thousands upon thousands of views. People that write checks at the supermarket, things that's supposed to taste like sugar but aren't. Dunkin' Donuts with the new bacon thing. So now that we're trying to, they're trying to kill you with that as well. You know what I mean? So not only you walk into a Dunkin' Donuts, okay, so let's see. So you're going to have the coffee will make you a nervous wreck, and the sugar will give you instant diabetes or heart disease, and and on top of that, you can buy bacon now. So we'll just put you 6 feet under, no problem. But I love coffee. Like I said in other videos, drink as much coffee as possible. It's good, and you'll get all the sleep you need when you're dead. So drink coffee. It is good stuff. But I got a lot of hits on that, like the people that are making out like bandits with not being able to have plastic bags at the supermarket or the convenience stores anymore. Happens to be the people that are doing the best. The people that make plastic bags. So there's all different things. You know what I mean? My mind kind of erases like an etch a sketch. It kind of goes back and forth, which brings me to my next point number 3. Themes. So we're going to be doing some themes. In other words, people are like, oh, well, I know that you like doing the 80s and stuff like that. Well, here's a thought. You know what I mean? You have different decades. You do the 60s. So I wasn't around in the 60s, so that would be a difficult one for me to pull off. But I was around as a little kid in the 70s. So it would go something like, I don't know, sexist workplace, racist commercials, dangerous toys, ridiculous clothing. If you guessed the 70s, you are correct. As I fight with the mic gain, I have no idea. It just goes, the whole thing just moves on me. Hey, no pain, no gain. And I have both right now. But so we might do a little bit of that, and I'll let you know, via Twitter or whatever I might post on there. It's normally Twitter, of what we're going to do. So it might be something that, that floats your boat on one particular week. So we're going to try to cover everything. I mean, there's no, there's no shortage of subjects to tackle out there. And some people take it very, I noticed on some of the stuff that I was getting, some of the responses and comments I was getting on Twitter last night. Like 99% are people that are laughing or funny, positive. And then there's always that 1% of people that get like, like not offended, but they're like, oh, and that's why you wear a mask in the car because of allergies. Right. Let's cover our mouth with more shit. That'll help. I don't know. I don't buy that. But some people take it very seriously. Calm down. It's a comedy clip. You don't have to be 100% serious all the time. And anyway, just so I could tackle that. Listen, let me tell you something right now. We don't do politics and we don't do religion, but I will say right here and now, tissues are made to be soft, not people. So stop getting so damn offended so easily. It's like you're looking for an excuse to like, oh my God, that's offensive. I don't know. Oh, shut up. You know what I mean? It's more offensive to cross the street nowadays, or to see how much prices have gone up in the supermarket, or just your average bullshit that you see on the news. They found cocaine inside the White House. You make it sound like you're surprised. Well, like I said, we don't do politics, but I guarantee Biden was like, hey, you know what? Why don't you let me hold on to that for safekeeping? You know what I mean? You know where that's going, right? In about 6 months, right into Hunter's style. It's a good stocking stuffer. Anyway, we're not doing politics, but they sound like they're so. Oh my God, we found a white substance. Right? You don't know what it is. Give me a break. Who really cares? If you ask me, they don't have enough cocaine in the White House. Keep the guy, keep him awake. Anyway, hey, that's our surf and turf for the night. You know what I mean? But, not that people are not desensitized by, the things that are going on in the news and stuff like that. And we go over all those type of things. It depends. Like I said, I'm just a vehicle, the bus driver, if you want, the cab driver of where this show goes. It goes where you people want it to go. So we'll talk about what you want to talk about. It doesn't always have to be sports. It doesn't always have to be this or that. I will talk about all subjects. You type in the chat, you let me know what's on your mind, and we'll address it. It's a space where you can do that. And, like I said, it doesn't matter what walk of life or what side of the aisle you're on or how you are, or if you're partially disabled. But I don't care about any of that stuff. But I say that I don't care, meaning it has no value here. It doesn't matter here because everybody is treated equally bad here. Now, everybody's treated the same way here. You have a voice, you have an opinion. We all do. And for a short period of time, a small window, during your life, you can have it right here with the meme machine. And what does that mean? It means that I don't care about any of the other stuff. You want to talk about sports. You want to talk about what you think is ridiculous to some of the videos that I made, and you want to laugh about it, or you have questions for me. Like when we do, we will continue that on season 2, which is emails from females. I got some more this week. So that's fun. It's, I have different things, like life things that have happened. And, I got some really good trivia too that I've compiled. Or during the week I make like little notes and that kind of thing. Yes, I make notes, and I'll tell you what, a lot of people like that thing. Like my girlfriend is a midget. I do a lot of these dad jokes. So they kept saying, "Well, can you do another one when you're live?" I missed the other one. I saw it, but it's not the same one. It's not live. Oh, okay. And as you know, I mentioned that my girlfriend is a midget. Don't make fun. She's a little lady. And I told her, I said, sometimes, I'm a little, I'm a little light during the week. You know what I mean? Can I, maybe I could borrow some money from you? And she said, I'm sorry, I'm a little short. These are dad jokes. And, I'll give you an example. And, it seems like they're so bad that they're good. They're so bad that they're good. So my girlfriend's a midget, and that's cool. Love her to death. So we're laying in bed there, and one morning I turn over, and I looked at her, and she's staring at me, and I said, "What's up?" She said, "Everything." I said, "All right." I said, "You down for breakfast?" She goes, "I'm down for everything." Why did the man fall in the well? Because he didn't see that well. All right. These are dad jokes. Anyway, sometimes, well, like I said, going back to that other thing, because I had Some of they were just emailing me before. I will fight this mic gain until the day I die. Why it does what it does, I don't know. You know what I mean? So the '70s thing that I was talking about, you have to bring your frisbee. You got to bring your bell bottoms, your platform shoes, your slinky, your copy of Starsky and Hutch season one, and of course your Etch a Sketch. And we'll boomerang that back over there. But like, yeah, that should be a lot of fun. And then I'll be able to share my screen and talk about different things. It's gonna be funny. Maybe we could grab a bum off the street. We'll put him in here and we'll ask him about like when he was doing well and everything in the '70s. We'll see what he has to say about that and that type of thing. I said to my midget girlfriend, I said, I'm not going to give her a name, but like I said, she's a wonderful little lady. I said, how come you're having an attitude with me today? She goes, you trying to say I'm stuck up? I said, are you? She goes, never. I'm going to have to take a break because I have to go outside and throw up in my own mouth, but that's all right. I'm working on that. There's a lot of dad jokes out there. I like my midget girlfriend ones are really good. The one that I did last week when I said that I took a bunch of pills, my medication, and I popped some pills. I had to, doctor's orders and so forth. And she looked at me and she said, your eyes are glazy. I said, are they? She goes, yeah. Are you high? And I stood up and I said, higher than you. You get the idea. Hey, look, this is the meme machine. Sorry, I'm out of my mind right now, but feel free to leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I find the keys for the cuffs. Toodaloo. Yeah, season 2 is going to be fun. We'll be right back. Got to take a pause for the cause, baby. Yeah, we could unblur the background. I guess that's what somebody said. Like, oh, I wanted to see the back. I mean, I guess just to unblur it for you. There you go. Aha. Yeah, we got a pretty good setup here. It's my home studio. Anyway, that's what's going on there. So anyway, we're going to be cutting it a little bit short tonight, and just like my girlfriend told me in ninth grade gym class, I'm a little late, and well, it happens. But bottom line is, I enjoyed season one. I had a lot of fun. Met a lot of new people. A lot of people have discovered me. More to do that. But just to give you a quick synopsis, so to speak. We're hemorrhaging money. In other words, it takes a while to be able to gain it. Now we are monetized on Twitch and on Instagram, but Facebook, we're on our way. The big one being YouTube. So all the likes that people put, it's not just the subscribers; it's the throwing likes on all of our videos. You know what I mean? And anything that I post on there, the watch time, the amount of time that you watch. Like maybe you watch a minute of this or 3 minutes of that or 2 minutes, whatever it is. That helps us. It kind of jostles around and it kind of stimulates the algorithm, so to speak, and that helps us and it brings us up. The metrics. It brings us up. It indexes us up a little bit higher, and it takes time, like I said. But we've come a long way in what a little bit over 90 days. I think it was like about 100 days restarting it because I took an 11-year hiatus, as a lot of you know, from DJing. So I DJ'd. I started out in 1986. I was young and very young. I was a teenager, and I walked away from it in February of 2012. Didn't quit, didn't retire, just kind of walked away from it. When it wasn't fun anymore, I got out. Things happened, life gets in the way, and now I'm back. Here we are. Started out, had the idea right after Christmas, and then started setting things up around January, February, and then we prepared horribly for our first show. It was an absolute disaster, but it was fun, and that was in March. So we've come a long way. So season one is complete, and like I said, we're going to be doing things at different times. So it might be 3 to 6 on a weekday, weeknight. It could be continue on Saturdays. We used to do a little bit of gaming on Saturdays. Not going to be doing that anymore. That's not really my thing. I enjoy it, but it's like I said, I stick with what I like to do and what I'm good at. And trying to be your voice of choice. I mean, that's what it comes down. I'm going to be doing. I've been getting emails, very flattering emails, that they like my voice and they want me to be able to recopy for them again. And it's trickling in. Some of them I've ignored because they were just more favoring those people rather than myself. But something where I think it can grow and is close to 50-50 as possible. It's something that I would definitely respond back to, by the way. Mean Machine 973 at outlook.com if you want to drop us a line. At Mean Machine 973 is our handle on everything. So whether you're checking us out and you want to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok, and all those good things, if you want to consider those good things. Yeah, we just hit 8,000 followers, I think, I think it was Instagram. So I post stuff. I cross post things, and I do different things like that. So, but my main concentration obviously is YouTube, and of course, once we have our own, it's kind of like an internet radio station, so to speak. But it's going to be on satellite now. We're going to be trying to get on Spotify and Clear Channel. Clear Channel. Well, it's not even called that anymore. They became iHeartRadio a long time ago, and we're going to be trying to. We have to send contracts out for that, but it takes time. So if you stick with us, I promise you, I'll get you to the promised land. Believe it or not, I really will. And by the way, I'm gonna take these sunglasses off here because got to talk to the peoples. Now, I did quite a while ago, and then I made a clip of it, a short, so to speak, of when I did this. I did it. It was part of like a funny comedy clip that I did, and it was, why do people do this? Now, as well as I do that you see people driving with this stuff all the time. And if you missed the short that I made or the long term one or whatever, you can check it out under shorts. You click on shorts on our YouTube page and you'll see the one with me. I have a red shirt on, I believe, on that one. And I'm saying, like, why do people drive with it? It's It clearly says here we go again. So I got a lot of feedback on this one. So I'm going to reiterate, if you want to use that kind of word. This is the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission. I don't know if it's like this in every state, but this is the one that I have right here. This is a permanent one. Red ones are temporary, blue ones are permanent. You could get either the plates, which I would suggest that people that want to drive with this, because you're not supposed to get the plates. That way you don't have to worry about it. They don't charge you for it. You get a script from your doctor. You go through the motor vehicle thing and you leave with them. It's not that difficult of a thing. Actually, you could just be there and have someone help you. It's not like you know, unless you're blind, of course. And I'm not making fun of blind people, but then you shouldn't be driving. I mean, just call me old fashioned. It clearly states right here, remove before driving. It's the law. No, the people are driving and there's a big blind spot. What are you doing, man? You're going to kill us all. You already have enough blind spots. So why people drive? And so I've got some responses. Most of it was funny stuff, and people agreed. And then there's always one jerk. They're like, well, it's so small on there. I'm surprised anyone will. First of all, you don't read. But second of all, let's say that you're right. It's it's kind of small on there. Remove before driving. It's the law. But I made a very sophisticated, we call it a sophisticated apparatus that I have right here. Okay. And instead of reading it, since you can't read what's on the card and that's one sentence, I'm not going to make you read all this. So I'm going to make a very sophisticated item here. You ready? So I'm going to do this. And this is going to help. It's a visual, an audio and a visual all at the same time. All right. I went to school to learn how to do this. And one lady goes, I wanted to sit down and watch your show with like my family. I could put YouTube, you know, up on the on my TV. Is this a good show for the family? Apparently she didn't watch anything. So I would say, yeah, sure. If it's the Addams family, perhaps the Manson family, I would not have my kids in there because they're already probably freaked out by me. All right. So here's what I made. Okay. It's very sophisticated little tool that I made here. And this is going to help exemplify what I'm trying to say. What it says right here for the people that said, oh, well, it's really small. It's hard to see. Maybe the people didn't see it. And that's why they're driving with it on their mirror. All right. So let me help. Okay. Idiot. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why. What is this? What is this? You ready? It is a parking placard. It is a placard. It is a parking permit for disabled parking. You know, the thing in your car, P stands for parking and R stands for retarded because you can't read this or whatever. And N is for nincompoop because you have no idea what's going on. Okay. It's under P for parking, you know, like when the car is not moving and you park in a parking space. So it's the people that say, well, it's too small. I couldn't see it on there where it says to remove before driving. It's not for driving. When you applied, I have the paperwork right here. When you applied for the damn thing, it says parking permit. What part of not driving? You can't park and drive at the same time, right? Am I correct? Oh, okay, good. So once again, I'll use this apparatus here that I made. This very thing. You ready? And so for the people that say, "Oh, it's too small on there," here. Idiot. It's a parking permit. I don't want to hear that you couldn't read it. Okay, it's for parking. That's why you don't drive with it, you dumbass. Man. I think that pretty much covers it. And like I said, I am not making fun of disabled people because if the one person is going to go, oh my God, you're making fun. No, I'm making fun of people. I'm actually aggravated that put it to you this way. I will send everybody $10 each for every person. If you could get in your car and drive for at least 15 minutes or less, I guarantee that you'll see somebody driving with that thing hanging from their mirror. You know I'm right, so I don't have to give up a dime. But I'll mail it to you if you don't see anyone like that. Because I already know your address. You live in fantasy land because it doesn't happen because everybody that you see, most of these people drive it, get the plates. The plates are on your car all the time, right? So you wouldn't have to worry about it. It's a parking permit, not a driving permit. So when you say you can't read the thing on there, Okay, but it's for parking, not driving. Duh. I think that pretty much covers that because I can't believe that person said that. Like they're trying to think of anything, any excuse to be a dumbass. You know what I mean? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, please. And you could get it in Spanish and all this other stuff. So I don't want to hear, oh, I didn't know about bullshit. You know what I mean? It really is. There's some of these people. But anyway, I know that that's kind of funny. And like I said, I'm to say again, I'm not making fun of people that are saying I'm not. I really am not. Okay. I'm talking about your regular, everyday, run of the mill garden variety moron who doesn't know that you're not supposed to drive with it. And you know damn well that you're going to see it. Now, if you don't believe me or you're thinking that I'm exaggerating, go out tomorrow on a nice Sunday drive. Okay. Drive anywhere. Like not on a side drive. I'm talking about like maybe even there, but just go on a main road. Give it about 10 minutes, maybe 15. I guarantee that you will see somebody driving with that thing hanging from their mirror. You know I'm right. Which leads me to my next thing. If you get behind somebody who's on their bumper, like bumper stickers are kind of out, but people still have them. If you get behind somebody that has a bumper sticker that says, I love Jesus, be prepared to be late to wherever you're going if they're staying in front of you. Because if you love Jesus, apparently you can't go more than 20 miles an hour. Nope. He's all knowing, all seeing, all being, but he has a problem with speed, apparently. And I'm Catholic, I'm Christian. I'm not making fun of it. I love Jesus. We don't talk about politics or religion, but we're talking about politics and religion right now. And I'm telling you right now, every time, have you ever seen someone that was speeding and you can't even catch up to him and then you finally see him, but not until you get to a light or something like that, and then you see the bumper sticker? No, and you never know. You know why? It will never happen because if they love Jesus, they cannot hit the gas. That's just, I think it's in the Bible somewhere. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten that far. I haven't gotten past Genesis yet. Great group though, especially when Phil Collins was in it. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. But it's a mixture of comedy, entertainment, sports, movies, music. Well, you have to have a niche. You know what I mean? If you don't have a niche, you want to talk to everybody, you end up talking to nobody. Well, that's fine because I talk to myself all the time. I've been doing that for years, and I don't have a problem with that. I actually and occasionally lose arguments with myself. Happens all the time, But if it means it will have less viewability, if it'll hurt my viewability because I'm not in one specific niche, you're supposed to get all the people in that one niche. Well, then I'm not going to do it. Number one, I'm Sicilian and I'm obstinate because I'm a Scorpio too. Okay. How's that for a combination? That's better than gin and tonic. And second of all, there's too many subjects. So if someone wants to talk, so if we're talking about Beyonce one day and someone's talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers, something like that, you think I'm just going to shut them down because that's not what this show is about? Come on. When you're dealing with live video, well, what's a podcast? What's the difference between that and a broadcast? Well, a podcast is pretty much like, I would consider that like audio on demand. I guess you could say that is. All right, audio on demand, and you can go back and watch it later. A live stream, it's live. There's no editing. It's unfiltered, like me. You know what I mean? You could go back and edit it later, but you wouldn't be able to see what was edited and what the changes were and the adjustments and everything until you're watching it on a rerun on the video, correct? Because it's only one live, and that's right now. When will then be now? Soon. A little Spaceballs reference from 1987. So anyway, I can't wait to do the 70s show. That's going to be a lot of fun. It really is. So anyway, hey Rob, how are you? Are you reading these? Okay, not sure what that means. Are you reading what? If you're asking me if I've written on if there's a script, I think you've watched enough episodes to know that I'm unscripted. When you say these, that's pretty bland. What are we talking about? Because I make little notes about stuff like that, but I'm not reading. I don't have a script or a teleprompter or anything like that. So you'd have to be more specific. But I could give you a blanket answer of no. Am I reading them? No. People ask that sometimes. I'm not sure. So let's say I was, like DJs on the radio do. What the hell's the difference? It's my material. But anyway, no. I'm completely impromptu. You should know that. Come on, man. I told you I'm out of my mind. Leave a message. I'll get back to you. So yeah, I have just a little pad. I put little notes, but there's no script. There's nothing here. But anyway, so like I mentioned earlier, this is not going to be. We're not going to be doing a long time tonight. We're probably going to end it soon. This is a season 2 preview. I wanted to thank everyone once again. If you came in late, Um, for season one, there was a little over 25 episodes. Started in March, took all the way up until last Saturday night, and we are going to switch things up. Like I mentioned, we're going to be doing some afternoons. We're going to be doing internet radio. We're going to be playing actual copyrighted music. Going to have our own call sign and call letters. Like I said, what does that mean? Like a WNEW or WPLJ in New York or something like that. That's it. But it's going to be looped through the internet because that's the new thing or the constant thing. Not saying that people turning on the radio is like a bad thing and that it's a thing of the past. That's not true. It's still very, very relevant. But it's starting to go out where it's more through satellite and through internet because you're reaching a broader audience. I mean, people can watch and hear me all over the world. That's right, they can. Can you believe that? I can make a mess all over the world. So that's pretty cool because and you could hear me just as clear if you're in Australia that if you're right here in New Jersey. So I find that to be really cool. And we're working on that. Like I said, there's different contracts that have to be signed and different things in between all the editing and the setting up and all the background stuff that people see the finished product. But no, I am unscripted. I never really was into scripts. I had to read them and off of a prompter back in the day, and I was not a big fan of that because it wasn't enough impromptu for me. Some of the best DJs ever, like Howard Stern or Wolfman Jack or people of that kind of, even comedians like George Carlin and everything, they didn't have anything written there. I mean, they looked at it, they sometimes studied it, sometimes they just went over it, and they just let it flow. You know what I mean? And people, either you have it or you don't have it, and that's it's prevalent now as it was back then. But you could tell immediately if somebody feels comfortable, comfortable behind a video camera, or I should say, in front of a microphone or anything. And you could tell people that are not. I mean, that's not for everybody. It's not as easy as some people like myself. I was told to make it look easy. I appreciate it. I'm flattered, but it is not. And there's a lot of things that can and will go wrong, but you must, I talk about this all the time, you must continue to go on, go forward. Your audio goes out, do the best you can with the video. If your video goes out, which ours did on week one, keep going with your audio. You must continue to go on. We all know that our kryptonite as a broadcaster, a DJ, a streamer, anyone like that that's doing these type of things, whether you're online, whether you can't see my face and I'm on radio or whatever the case may be, dead air is like the worst two words ever. Dead air, no good. You know what I mean? That's even more shocking than finding cocaine in the White House. Like, that's a big surprise. But anyway, like I said, Biden probably just said, why don't you let me hold on to that for safekeeping. The FBI went, okay. Anyway, but so we went over this and a few other things. Emails from females. That's going to be a lot of fun. We'll continue to do that. Like I said, the lady that said, kind of my family watch this show with me. Well, yeah, if you don't like your family, I would say okay. Or if their family is kind of like in between the Addams family and like the Manson family, then it'd be perfect. But no, it's really not for anyone under 18, and just for intelligence, factors. Everyone should be over 21. And I'm telling you right now, especially on TikTok, you could tell when there's people, the comments, some that are made, you can tell that they're under 20. You could just tell because they have the attention span of a doorknob. So if you get 12 seconds of one of them watching your stuff, you did well. Gotta have some coffee here. And it's in my stuff's in the dishwasher, so I have to use a little soup cup. Less filling, tastes like ass. Anyway, so we have a lot of good stuff to look forward to for season 2. Like I said, you'll be able to hear like cool music, and then you'll hear me talking a little bit, and then there might be part of the show where it's just talk, and we're going to be taking calls. We'll be able to patch the calls in and that kind of thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, working on it takes time. Now, I put a show on live show every Saturday night up until this point. That's what I've been doing. Now, this isn't your regular full show. This is more or less like a season 2, the Mean Machine preview. We might change the names around a little bit. We might change the names to protect the innocent, yes. But you know what I mean? We're going to be trying different things. That's what it's about. And when we find something that really is working well and everybody seems to be on board with, we'll double down on that particular thing. That's kind of the way that I was basing my thought process is if it's good for you guys, it's good for me. You know what I mean? I'll steer. You guys tell me where you want to go. That's pretty much my moniker. That's my call. So yeah, my doppelganger, My alter ego is the meme machine, but I'm a regular person during the week, and we talk about regular things, and that's cool because everyday life nonfiction is more entertaining, funnier, and crazier than stuff that you can make up. You know this to be true, and some of the best comics, some of the best disc jockeys are the people that analyzed that, understood it, remembered it, and used it. Those are the people that did the best. I love doing what I do. I enjoy it. I believe that I'm good at it. People tell me that I am, and I appreciate that. And yeah, I got a little rust that I'm still shaking off after 11 years of being out of the booth, but a lot of things just came naturally. And that's something where what I said earlier, either you got it or you don't have it. It's not for everybody. And if anybody that's doing similar things, let me tell you something. Take it from the meme machine. You might not know me, and I have no reason to lie to you, but I've got to tell you, people that try to bring you down, you're going to get that. There was a guy that was online. He was talking about how he's trying to address, but you could tell that it hurt him. Some of the nasty comments that this guy had gotten, and and he's trying to overcome it. And he's saying that he did, and that he's just going forward. But you can tell in his body language and his voice and his eyes. The eyes don't lie. That it bothered him. It really got under his skin. It bothered him, and it seemed like he was a nice enough guy. And I'm not going to mention who he is, but if he ends up watching this, because a lot of us watch each other's stuff, this is true. I'm telling you right now, good for you. Number one, keep going, my man, because a lot, not all, but a lot of the people that are going to try to bring you down, or you suck, or I don't want to hear this subject, or this is ridiculous, or what exactly is the show, like anything to throw you off, because they're just, yeah, they're being dicks, but it goes beyond that. And how do you deal with that? Watch my video on the best advice ever, I believe, or whatever I call it. You'll see it under when you go on the tabs. There's a home tab, a live tab. That's where all these broadcasts are from Saturday night. And then there's the video ones. I think it's under videos, or there could be under shorts. I think it's under videos. And look for the one to make this one life change, and you will always win. It's about 10 minutes long, 9-10 minutes. Watch it. He should watch it. Those people are trying to bring you down and make nasty comments and everything because they can't do it. They can't do it. And they might say, well, I don't want to do it. I'm just right. You're taking all this time out of your life to try to bring someone down. You feel that strongly about something because you have no aspirations or anything. You're just trying to bring somebody down. So not everybody's like that. But that's my best advice to that young man out there that was doing his best with everything. And it looked like he was taking kind of a verbal beating. Keep doing your thing, man. Don't let them, because you know what? When the dust settles, you know what I mean? And the smoke clears, you'll be the one that's standing, my brother. Remember that. You can reach out to me anytime. He knows who I am. You know what I mean? You could DM me over on Twitter, or catch me through Facebook, or even, send an email, mememachine973@outlook.com. Anyway, I'm going to take one more break, one more pause for the cause, go over a couple more things that we're going to be doing for season 2, some of the things you can expect and not expect. Like I said, we trim the fat on certain things, and we're going to be trying different things. Not everything. I'm not going to hit a home run each time, but some of the stuff that has worked and is exciting and it brings probative value to some people, and it covers a lot of things. Yeah, it's part of the trivia. It's part of the talking about the serious stuff, like the things about different companies that are trying to screw you, that I get inside information about, and I shared it with my audience, with my people. We're going to do more of that too. Am I going to do one thing on one day and one on another? No, I'm going to do it just like I just was telling my buddy Rob on there. I'm going to be. It's like a windfall. It just all of a sudden it just comes to me, and that's why I can't have a niche, because I'm all over the place. I have scatterbrain, man. So anyway, going to take another break. And when I get back, we'll probably wrap things up. And like I said, it's a mixture of everything. I want to be able to have it interactive, you know what I mean? Where people are typing in the chat, and then we're going to bring back the toll-free number again. I kind of got rid of that for now, because it was, being that I'm by myself a lot, and either Timmy's here or my cousin Vinny, and I mean, you knew all the characters, the expediter, and of course the engineer. These guys that popped in and out of season 1 there. A lot of times I'm by myself on Saturday night. I pre-record things in a different location, and then but the live streams I do right from they're done from my house. It's done from my home studio. So that's kind of how that works. So like I said, different backgrounds. We're going to be switching the whole little home studio around probably by the end of this month, I think. And we're going to just keep rolling. And like I said, we're gaining support. We're gaining momentum. And every week, every month, every day that goes by, actually, is another subscriber. You subscribing and watching our stuff and giving thumbs up, likes on our different videos, that really helps us. You know what I mean? I mean, some people just come in, they look for 5 minutes, they don't say a damn thing, and then they leave. That's cool too. I mean, and that's fine. Nobody's putting a gun to your head yet, but it's if you really do want to help, and if you believe in it like I do, throw some likes on our stuff, the older stuff too. It helps. Or the watch time. Put that bad boy on, hit playlist, let it play. Go use the bathroom. Go wash the dishes. Go do something. Let that shit play. That's what we need. It's really difficult, especially for YouTube to kick through on that. I mean, the numbers go up and then down and everything. It's all about numbers, and it'll drive you absolutely up a wall. You just got to keep doing your thing. That's my best advice to myself. It's like using a spork for the first time. What the hell is this thing? I almost killed myself. Seriously, I almost killed someone with a spork, and that person is me. I'm not kidding, man. These are the things that prison riots are made from. I swear to God, who the hell thought of that? What a horrible idea. Either give me a spoon or give me a fork. What the hell am I going to do with a spork? So I can't really pick anything up, but I can't really scoop anything because then I'll stab myself. Who'd have thought of that? And then who wanted to name it a spork? How about a foon? A foon would be, like a buffoon, like the friggin' guy who made that up. And once again, whoever invented pretzel bread, I hate you, but I love you. Anyway, back in 5. And then we're going to wrap things up here. Season 2 preview of the Meme Machine live from the great state of New Jersey. That's right, the Garden State, baby. We are large and we are in charge. That's how we roll. We'll be back. Yeah, right after this. All right, I'm back here, and there's a advertisement for a bra. I was sharing my screen. And I saw a thing that said the worst movies of all time, so I couldn't resist sharing my screen there. Of course, you got to go through all this crap. I was just wondering if so I happen to click on it, and then I'll have a guaranteed computer virus when I'm finished with that. So, all right, we'll get back to that. Anyway, we'll change things up for you, which I should probably do before I get back. Alexa, turn second light green. All right, there I am. So, like I said, a rough day, not feeling 100%, but the show must go on. So that's kind of what we're doing here. Actually, we're going to do Alexa, turn second light blue. Alexa, second light blue. Alexa, turn second light blue. Got to tell her like 3 times. Damn. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna wrap things up, and let's see if we can move this out of there. We'll get that off. There we go. And we'll do that. And I lost that screen, but we'll bring it back. Yeah, so I mean, season 2, if that's what you want to call it, that's what we'll call it. That'll be officially next week. Now, I know it's of paramount importance that we have a regular schedule for people. No, oh, okay, I could catch up Mean Machine every Saturday night between 9 and 12, or I can do this, and I can watch Mr. We don't know exactly. Like I said this earlier, and I'll mention it again as we wrap things up here tonight. But we're going to be trying different things, different time slots, different subjects. And we're going to see what works on what day. Sometimes it's just a timing thing. The same thing that might be great on a Saturday might not be great on a weekday, or vice versa. Once I have an exact schedule down, and then I will definitely post it all over the place, especially on Twitter, of time slots and whatever. Now, if I do get my call sign letters, I can't pick them as far as I know, but I'm going to try to. I have one in mind. Obviously, if you're on the East Coast, it has to start with a W. Like if you were broadcasting out on the West Coast, it would start with a K. That's just the way that it's set up. So, and there's a cutoff somewhere in the middle of the country there, I think in the Chicago area, St. Louis. But anyway, the once I have that, now can I loop that once I have actual radio station that's going through internet and through satellite, and loop it through YouTube? I don't know what the ramifications are for being able to play copyright music, even though I'll be covered on there. Can I loop it through YouTube? Can I do it through Facebook? Not 100% sure, but there's only like 600 and I think 98 pages of stuff that I have to read through. So within the next couple of decades, I'll get through that, and I'll be able to let you know. Hopefully, it'll be a shorter time than that, but and that with the FCC license renewal and everything else, that takes forever, and the constant YouTube of removing some of my stuff, and it's not this and that. I mean, for God's sake, some of this stuff, there's like rape scenes and stuff like that I've seen on video on YouTube or whatever. Those are totally cool. You know what I mean? But if I throw an F bomb or something here, or something that's maybe edgy or a little bit racy or something like that, oh my God, they lose their mind. And they can't even tell you why. Here's another stupid thing. It may have been removed for this, or it might be because of that. Well, if you don't even know, and you have like AI, that's another thing that's scary, by the way. The AI, the way that you hear this on the radio and you see stuff on TV, and you've been hearing about it on social media and on the internet in general, how AI is becoming more prevalent, that it's going to be used more and more. Banks are using it and this and that. Holy cow, you don't even know if you're talking to a real person. Now, this person right here is real, and I'm always going to tell you straight all the time, because it gets a little bit scary. Am I talking to a damn robot? Am I talking to Rosie? Who am I talking to? You thought you couldn't get a live person on when you're calling your credit card company or something like that. Imagine now you're thinking you're talking to someone named Emily or something like that. That's not Emily. It's some damn robot. That's why that movie I, Robot has got really, it's like trending right now. It came out in like 2004, the movie with Will Smith. I don't know if you saw it. If you didn't, you should probably check it out. It's actually pretty good. I liked it. I haven't seen it in years, but it was good. And it was ahead of its time as foreseeing the future or whatever. A lot of that is in what I'm talking about right now, but you're hearing about this all over the place with this artificial intelligence, for the people that don't know what that stands for. Yeah. So between that and everything else, and they'll rip this down, they don't even know. So it's a computer pretty much that's just doing this, and it's finding keywords and pop it out. I put the thing right up there: parental advisory, explicit content. I say fuck a lot. You're not supposed to say that word. I understand that. Like one time I said vagina chronicles, and I apologize. I said I didn't mean to use the word chronicles. Things like that. Like I said earlier, tissues should be soft, not people. I mean, you hear worse walking to a bathroom at Wendy's. You probably see worse. I don't eat fast food, but I do use the bathroom from time to time. And I'm telling you right now, it's nothing as edgy as what you see in everyday life. So they need to, I realize that's California out there, but please give me a break. Calm down. Not everybody's a wuss. So, but in any event, you're going to see a lot of videos that I'm going to post that's going to not be brand new. It's going to be cuts and shorts and reels and edited versions and smaller condensed versions from long form content to short form content of stuff that I've made before. I have tons of hours of that stuff, so I might as well use what I have. And that's going to be considered like season 2 and whatever. I'm going to start like that. Definitely trying to get some guests and everything. But like I said, once we're really close and a couple of things hit monetarily wise or whatever, but keep watching. Keep giving us thumbs up on stuff. Keep giving us watch time. Get word of mouth out. By the way, I've got 2 emails that I'm going to end with right here. One is an email from a female. Another one, I will say first, is from a company. It's actually a store. They have 2 stores. They're mom and pop type of places. They caught one of my live broadcasts. I guess it was either last week or maybe last week and the week before. And it was telling, that I will do it for free. I will do 30 or 20-second spots for them, 3 times a show or twice an hour or whatever it is for free. All I ask is that they subscribe and watch some of our stuff. And when we have the cards made up and the little banners and all that stuff, that they get the word out and they help a little bit. Maybe just mention it in passing. That's all we ask for, because let me tell you something. Advertising is expensive. You think it's expensive on TV. It's even more for radio or radio broadcasting. Trying to buy advertising time. Something that would help them out. Like I said, as an example, you know what I mean? Like Anthony just opened up an electronics store, and he's at 123 Happy Street in Fantasyland, New Jersey or whatever. And here's his phone number, and here's his, these are the store hours, and you know what I mean? And mention the meme machine and get 10% off it, whatever it is. And I actually had some people, but don't send it through a DM. If it's something like that and you have a request for something that you like my voice and you want me to recopy for you or read a commercial, or do you want to partake in that, please email me. It's easier to do it that way. And then I could speak to you on the phone or actually come down there or whatever the case may be if I can, or send somebody. It's mememachine973 at outlook.com. Yes, I read commercials. I did that for years and years. You tell me exactly what you want me to say, or if you want to leave it up to me, write your own copy and I will announce it, and I will it'll get out to, with the satellite hookup, we get out to a few thousand people. Now that might not seem like a lot, but trying to talk to a few thousand people as they walk into your store, as far as foot traffic, you're never going to get that. I don't care what kind of store it is. You don't even get that kind of foot traffic, except for, of course, the people that are buying Powerball tickets this evening. I think it's like 615 million. Legalize gambling via your state. Anyway, so that's something. You could reach out to me, and yes, I will help you. And then if it ends up bearing fruit, then we could talk and work something out down the road if that's something that you want to continue with. Also, renew my objection. about people that want to send stuff through Instagram or Facebook. Please don't instant message me through there. I don't have it on, so it doesn't alert me. I see something that you might send on Wednesday. I don't see it till Sunday. Emailing me or direct message through Twitter is the best way to do. Email really is. That's why I give it to you so many times. But anyway, and I mentioned that email. So to those people out there, yes, reach out to me. Doesn't matter when it is. You'll get a response, a swift response, and we'll go from there. That's not a problem. The other thing was a young lady had said, and this is usually the part that I do, emails from females, and she said, well, let's see, what's her name? Alaya. I think it's Alaya, kind of like the girl that died years ago. The singer, remember Alaya? I believe I'm saying. If I said that wrong, I apologize, my dear. So this lovely young lady, she sent me an email. She says that she absolutely loves my voice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's very flattering. Thank you. Yeah, it is my voice. I don't have any mic gain or compression or anything like that on. I'm just I have it amplified. This is how I talk. And she said two things. She said, number one, could you tell me how do you prepare? And this ties into what we were talking about before. But she said, how do you prepare for a show? I guess I mean, like whether it's something that I pre-record or whatever. How do I prepare for it? And the second question is, do I have any favorite show? Because I've gone over my favorite movies. Or do I have any shows that I don't really watch too much TV, like network TV or anything. I have YouTube television, so I go through there, which is pretty good. And I got Amazon Prime and Netflix, all that crap. I don't have a whole lot of time, so I see a lot of the first 40 minutes of a lot of things, and then I fall asleep, unfortunately. And but the good part about that is not like the old days that you have to wait for a rerun in the summer. You could actually go back and rewind, like a DVR type of deal. Nothing really other than Law and Order. I like Law and Order, SVU. I like the older ones too, the older Law and Orders from the early 90s. Those are good. And I like reruns from the show House. I've always liked the show House, Gregory House, a sarcastic guy from New Jersey. Perfect. Always thought that was a good show. Matter of fact, Law and Order's on over there. I have several monitors and everything that I was watching. So in any event, oh yeah, they said what was behind me over here. Let's beat it, Michael Jackson. Hey, if Michael Jackson can beat it and Devo can whip it and these other dudes can move it, then I can do what I want to do. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all in a word. And this picture right here, I should bring it up on the screen. I took one look at this picture. And I'm going to have to put that one on. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to put it up on my Twitter when the show is over. So I asked my midget girlfriend and I said, what's the matter? She goes, you're not going to do a short joke, are you? I said, no, of course not. I wouldn't do something like that. She goes, well, I just got my blood test back. And she goes, I think I'm diabetic. I said, sweet. Yeah, it's a dad joke. Hey. I asked her, what's up, my midget girlfriend. I said, what's up? She said, everything. That's all I can take because I can't take anymore. Yeah, it's Looney Tunes here. But anyway, that's going to do it for me for tonight. Like I said, I'm not 100%, but even a 75, 80% Mean Machine is better than most things. And yes, I will answer more questions. So thank you for the email, Alaya. I appreciate it. So, I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't even answer the second part of her question. So she said also, how do you prepare for a show? Well, I try not to overthink it, which I sometimes do. I do most of the thinking and preparation during the week. Write a note here, think about something. I see something and it jogs my memory on something past or whatever. Like next week, I'm going to go over the time that I met Sammy Hagar. You know what I mean? Like how I met him, which is a funny story. And I'm not going to get into it right now. But a lot of people that I met over the years of DJing, they would come to the station or they would come to the club and different sports figures and entertainment. I don't get I was going to say shell shocked. I don't get that either. But I don't get like starstruck or anything like that. But there was a few of them. Like this past week was Sylvester Stallone's birthday. So I posted a lot of stuff about Rocky and Rambo and, the Italian Stallion, all that kind of stuff on Twitter and Instagram and everything. Got some, a lot of views on that. Yeah, he's my favorite guy. I loved him as Rocky. Some people are just that, like Indiana Jones and Han Solo. That's always going to be Harrison Ford, and so Stallone. He's always going to be Rocky, and he's always going to be Rambo. You know what I mean? Like other people could fill different things, yeah. And there's probably a bunch of others that you can think or not think of right now, but you know what I mean. Like those are the people that is the role that's made for them. Jack Nicholson in The Shining, or One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, or for me, Michael Keaton as Batman, or once again, Jack Nicholson as the Joker. These are the people that I kind of I can't pay. I know other people have done it, and they've done well. You know, they played those roles well and everything, especially Heath Ledger as a Joker. I'm not saying that, but to me, at that point in time, and even now, I just felt that those were the right people, and it was for them at the right time. Like Robert De Niro as Al Capone in The Untouchables, like stuff like that. That's the way I feel about those type of things. And I some of you might not feel that way, and some of you might. But anyway, that's kind of I make my little notations during the week. Once again, see, I told you I have scatterbrain. I'm sorry, Elia. And right before the show, like maybe 3 hours or less before that, or 2 hours less, I kind of just relax. I'm very quiet. Sometimes I'll watch TV. Sometimes I'll try to, like, get a little cat nap in there, or I just kind of reflect, not on so much of what I'm going to say or do, because sometimes I can have something prepared the whole week, and then come Saturday, I completely go off script, off kilter, the whole thing, and then I forget, and then I mean that happens. You win some, you lose some, and some just get rained out. You know, so I don't know. That's I mean, little things. And she said, I mean, I hope that answers your question. So that's kind of how I prepare, by not preparing. I'm very quiet and everything, and I just kind of boom, and I just go for it. It's exhilarating when I see the little bubble come up. It says 3, 2, 1, boom, you're live. And when we do the new, by the end of the month or by August, hopefully, you're going to see the stuff and the thing when we're on live, the on air button will go on, the little screen. It's going to be pretty cool. And I have it as a radio setup because that's what I was trained to do. So I'm going to do that. So you could call it streaming, you could call it a podcast, you want to call it whatever you want to call it, to each his own. But to me, that's why it's called the Mean Machine Talk Radio Show. But we're going to be having music, and all different types of music, by the way. We're not going to just rock out, even though we probably will. 70s, 80s, 90s, some classic rock in there, some top 40, whatever. I'm going to be able to play all sorts of stuff and videos, all copyrighted, cool stuff without a problem. But like I said, there's no such thing as a free lunch, as they used to say. So I'm working on that. Like, a lot of time and effort goes into this, a lot of thought, and a lot of, ups and downs. It's a roller coaster, baby, and you just have to go along for the ride. But I guarantee, if you stick with me and you stick with this show, I'm not quite ready to take on Mr. Beast, but you know what? You never know in the future. I'm not aiming for him or anyone else. I'm just trying to be the best that I can be, like I was, and maybe even a little bit better, with a whole brand new audience, a brand new age bracket and everything. Some of the people that have been with me for years, and people that remember Mean Machine Media when we used to have the websites, and everything, I'm talking about a whole brand new thing. It's like starting from scratch again, except this time I have going in the aptitude, I have the experience, the know-how, the years under my belt, and that I use to my advantage. Why wouldn't you? Because you can't put a price tag on that, right? Experience, life experience. You can't get that time back ever again in your life, right? So if you've gained anything, you'd be foolish not to use it. It's a gift, because if you're still around, you're able to still use what you've learned. Well, man, that's half the battle right there. Half the battle. And remember, stop driving with this shit. It's a parking placard, not a driving placard, damn it. I'm sick of it. I'm telling you, these people are killing me. I'm going to do a special thing just about sports and how much I hate them. But anyway, hey, that's the way it goes. You know what I mean? There's got to be a hell, because if not, then you wouldn't be able to recognize heaven nowadays. I kid you not. Anyway, I wanted to thank the new subscribers we have, the new followers, the people that I spoke to in my travels during the week, last week and this week. Like almost all of them, really nice people, just people trying to get one place to another, different people that you talk to, males, females, younger kids, smaller kids, older people. A lot of people out there, you know what I mean? We're all human beings. It's one thing that we share. It's a one common link that we have. So no matter what aisle, what side of the aisle you're on, or what you like, or what you don't like, and what's offensive, what's not, and what you'd like to see in the future, and how you view, what's your optics on different things. You know what I mean? How do you see things, and One thing that we can all agree on, we're all human beings and we're all in this together. That's it. So this is a place, the Mean Machine. I'm not a mean guy. I'd like to be able to cover different subjects, stuff that's on my mind, is getting stuff off of my chest, and for you as well. It gives you a forum, it gives you an outlet to be able to do the same thing, whether we're live or not. Anyway, thank you for watching our videos. The thumbs up, the subscriptions. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. It's all at Mean Machine 973. You find us under YouTube Music podcasts. You look up their podcast, you put in Mean Machine Talk Radio, you'll find me. Or you could just go right regular YouTube. Now there's different tabs. Home one, then the video one, then the live one, and then there's season one podcast. You can watch it. Watch them all. Just don't sleep at all. Just don't eat, don't sleep. Just watch the Mean Machine. I appreciate that. Have a great Saturday night. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Comb your hair. Say a prayer. And we'll see you there. Have a good Saturday night. Have a great rest of your weekend and a pleasant Sunday. Be safe out there. It's a jungle out there, baby. Season 2, upcoming next week. The Mean Machine. Lots of changes, but one thing will remain the same. I'll be here. And I hope you are going to be too. Good night from the Garden State. Peace.